So this is a notebook that I created with NotebookLM, and it contains plenty of documents, and basically the content is quite long and there is no time for me to read all of them. So I use NotebookLM to summarize everything into this very short audio that is less than 2 minutes. So it is actually now possible to create an audio overview content that is less than 2 minutes, and I think this is very useful if you want to get the general summary of the content or topic that you are working with NotebookLM. So let me show you how you can create this audio, this short audio with this platform. So first you have to navigate to the web version of NotebookLM, and that's because this new feature is only available or accessible in the web version. There is no talk about the mobile app version, so we have to use the web version. Now I'm going to create a new notebook. And after that, you can provide the content that you want to summarize. It could be from a YouTube video, from document, from a website, or some content that you copy. But in this case, in this demonstration, I will try to summarize this particular topic where OpenAI is trying to create an AI animated movie, and I think that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the discovery feature. Again, it doesn't really matter what are the methods that you're using to gather the content. It doesn't really matter. And I'll just use the discovery feature because I think this feature is very cool. So I'll just write the topic, which is OpenAI animated movie, and click submit. So it will gather some resources from the internet, and it's almost like a mini search engine. That's why I prefer this method, because it's just a lot faster and it can gather more information. Now click import and just wait for NotebookLM to just generate some overview before later we can use the feature to actually create the audio content. So this will take several seconds, usually just 20 or 30 seconds, and only after that we can do something about this notebook. Okay, there you go, all the documents have been processed. Now to create a very short audio, you can click this pencil icon on audio overview. And then in this case, since I want to create something that is very short, I'll select the brief option. And then you can specify the language that you want to have. And lastly, this is actually quite interesting because this is usually where you can tell AI about the things that it might need to focus, or maybe the way it should be answering or providing the information. But you can also tell AI that make everything to be very concise and quick. You can do that, but I think it's kind of redundant because here we are already trying to create a very brief audio. So I'm not going to do that. Now just click generate. And just wait for several minutes for it to run this very detailed and comprehensive notebook about OpenAI AI animated movie into a very short audio overview. And I'll show you the result in just a few seconds. Alright, so the audio has been generated and I'm going to play the first 20 seconds of this audio. I'm going to click it and just wait for it to be loaded.
This is the brief on AI's rapidly evolving role in the animation industry. So, OpenAI, they're really shaking things up in animation. You've probably heard about Sora, right? They're AI that can whip up these kind of surreal videos just from text. And now, they're even backing a full movie called Critters, aiming for 2026.
Okay, so it is decent, and most importantly, it is brief, and there is only one person talking. It is not like the two-host podcast conversation. It is just one narrator explaining the topic that you have on your notebook. So that's essentially how you can summarize everything into a very concise audio content using NotebookLM. That's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.